Good day all. Today I'm going to discuss communication styles. More so, I'm going to discuss men and women communicate differently. It was a video I recently looked at where a woman contacted a man and they had a short conversation and the styles were total opposites. And you could say it led to a conflict. So firstly, in the video, the woman showed signs of aggressive communication, whereby through throughout the conversation, she was trying to force her needs or wants and even opinion on the man. She asked if she could come over. She was in his area, and after a while without talking, she wanted to come over. The man responded, "Sure, no scene, come true." That wasn't good enough for her. She wanted a direct answer. So she kept persisting through different sentences and statements, trying to force the man to say yes, he wants her to come. Now, this also shows that she was trying to also bully him into letting her come over or reassuring that he wants her to come over. This aggressive style shows that she didn't care about his feelings or needs or even his wants. She just wanted to know that her point would have gotten through and she or her needs were met. Now I'll go across to the man's communication style, which I interpret as assertive. The man basically knew what he wanted. She asked if she could come over. He said, "Sure, swing through. But if you don't, that's quite fine." So he didn't have an issue. He was straightforward without being cruel or harsh in his words or statement or tone. He left the option up to her and he didn't persist forward. Now, this communication style compared to aggressive communication made an issue there because the man he was normal, he was calm, collective until the woman started to become very aggressive in her tone. Now, in the end of it all, the man basically he stood with his answer, which was come true if you want, but if you don't, that's okay. He didn't differ from his answer, nor did he conform to what the woman wanted. The man also protected himself in a sense because at the end of it, he hung up the phone. He told her to hang it up. He didn't go further to drag the conversation longer. And with doing that, he basically pleased himself because he didn't give her the satisfaction of winning in that sense. Now, to give you the good and bad or the pros and cons of both communication styles, we'll firstly start with aggressive communication. The pros of aggressive communication is it can be used to persuade, manipulate, or get the better in a debate, a sales pitch, or trying to sell an idea to a buyer. Whereas you could debate or carry across your point so much that they have no choice but to, or they are so engrossed in it that they take up your offer. Now, the cons in this style is when you carry it across in your relationship, it could seem as you are being manipulative towards people that you care. It could seem as you are bullying people around you or in your workspace. And this could lead to conflict or people segregating or dispersing themselves from you. They don't want to do anything with you because you are too aggressive in your style of communication. However, assertive communication shows that a person is willing to compromise and listen, because the man, he still compromised a bit and said, well, if you come, that's fine. If you don't, that's okay. He didn't shut her down. So he still listened until he couldn't take it anymore, basically. So assertive communication somewhat shows that you are caring because you give a straight answer without being cruel or disrespectful. And you somewhat look to come to a basis or a common basis in the conversation. And that's where the compromise and listening comes in. Now, the con of that would be people may take you for granted, or people may take advantage of you because you are trying not to hurt their feelings or come across nice. But they, as the video shows, they go on to be aggressive in their communication stance. The advice I would give to the man and woman is you have to have a set goal in the communication or the conversation, because without a set goal, you would not be going anywhere. It would lead to a conflict because both parties would have different perspective and wants. So once a common goal is highlighted, both parties could work towards that common goal. For instance, if they had said, let's go for lunch, that common goal, let's say it was about lunchtime, both parties may have been hungry and they could have agreed on that. But with a vague statement like, I'm in the area, can I come over? The guy said yes, but don't know what the woman expected. So the other advice I would give is be somewhat straightforward in what you are asking. Don't, as you may say, beat around the bush. So be straightforward and assertive in saying, okay, let's go for lunch. Meet me here or there. Or can we go for lunch? That way you would have or get a direct yes or no question answer. And lastly, in communication, you have to be open enough to listen. In any style, you have to listen for what the person may want or need. And listening also has to do with picking up on subliminal messages or even subtle hints and tones in the person's voice. So for the man and woman, they would have to get a common goal and try to work things out. And finally, because they haven't talked in a long while, they should communicate more often and relay their feelings to each other. Thank you. And that was the end of my communication presentation.